said 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go. I said 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go. Say 1 for the. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
That's what I'm saying. I never hear it. Anyway, okay, sorry.
And 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Damn.
Alofa lava, kia ora, malo lelei, aloha bolivinaka, whakalofa lahi atu, kia orana.
Let's go.
And what's goody, everybody? This is Frosty, DJ Waves, Nons here, and this is the Uso Table Talk podcast. We are here at the Hills Podcast and Video Studio at Bella Vista Hotel. Shout out to Bella Vista Hotel.
Shout out.
We are here today. This is the day, a very special day. We got a special guest with us. We got actor, musician, rapper, Mr. Gutter Boy, Mr. 685. We got himself, Big 685. What's up, Uso?
Baby. What's up, Usos, man? Thank you for having me. Blessed to be here.
Yeah.
What's good? Everything is everything. Thank you.
We're excited, man. We're thankful that you've actually been accepted the invitation to be here. So
man, likewise.
we're honored, man. We're honored to have you on the Uso Table Talk. So thank you, man.
Straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Honest. I know we said it before, but thank you so much for coming out.
Yeah.
Kicking back with us.
Yeah, bro. No, man. Always good to kick it with some genuineness. Usos bird. Like that makes a week good. You know what I mean? Like this, the cherry on top of a busy ass week. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
can't wait.
Man, also, you just released BIGGS Tape 2, Alan. Man, we've been listening to it.
Yeah. We had a coffee catch up about like trying to bring on ideas about who should we interview and stuff. And I was telling these guys, bro, we got to get BIGGS, man. I listened to the whole tape and I was like telling these guys, like for my top 20, 2020 albums, I had to put your one on there. I was like, this has to be one of my favorite. And these guys had a listen and I was like, bro.
Yeah.
And we all definitely came to agreement, bro. You definitely deserve it, man. Like you definitely deserve like recognition for the work that you've been putting in. And bro, and especially what you represent, hey. I'd say though, you're representing our people, 685.
Yeah. You're definitely a uniter as well, especially with like these days with a lot of young Usos and, some of the OGs, older boys with, rap beefs and whatever it may be, street beefs. It's good to have, also like you out there that can communicate with the Usos from New Zealand, the Usos from Western Sydney, especially with, my Uso. Like that was a big one. Even that we all know the banger West Coast Party.
West Coast Party.
Bro.
You came in hard on that one, bro.
Man.
It's like, who is this guy?
That was like a Western Sydney anthem.
Oh man, it was. I remember the also like last week you kept a couple weeks ago he was like, man, I really want BIGGS, like what we were saying before.
Yeah, right.
And we're kind of like, I mean, if he would do it, that would be mad, but we're kind of nervous reaching out,
bro.
But this guy, he was just like, nah, I'm just gonna reach out. And honestly, we were surprised,
Yeah, no, because the Uso hit me up on Insta and FB as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey,
now
we know your tricks.
I don't know.
You know the tricks now.
DMs are a powerful thing. That's what brings relationships together.
It just depends how you use it, right?
Bro.
100, man. Nah, man, I saw the message and I'm like, you know what? I knew that I haven't done a podcast before. Or even an interview just like this. I haven't even done anything like this before. So I was like, why not? But at the same time, like, after, like I said to you guys at the coffee, I looked into you guys, like, material, and I was like, I'm a fool to not to. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Because you guys are just saying stuff that I can relate to. Finally, a podcast out there. I was telling, like, anybody watching, I was telling these dudes, man, like, Jerry Barton was my podcast, but now I can't listen to it anymore because I jammed these guys 4 times in a row. I can't, like, I thought I related to Jerry Barton, but sometimes it's like, some of the talk was like, man, I don't know, bro. But then it's like, this is like really close to home, bro.
Yeah.
Come on,
Thank you, man.
Bless.
Come on, dude.
Bring the roses. Chocolate. Come on, baby.
Thanks, dude.
No,
Bring the
honest-
sponsorships.
Hey, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, man. Thank you for having us, bro. And I had to, man. Like, you guys are just like real, like, bro. From me to you guys, man. Third pass Usos, bro.
We
Appreciate
appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah.
Straight, bro. I just had deja vu, man.
What?
Like, you know when
This
you
happened?
Yeah, but I dreamt this ages ago, bro. Like, it's that pad right there. I saw that, and then I saw these, and then I saw like, yeah, what the hell?
Our fairy lights are legendary, man. Like
Right.
it's becoming our
Trademark.
I feel like our creative touch to the podcast room
Man.
here at Bella
It
Vista.
actually helps bring more light to our faces because some of us are a bit darker than others.
Yo,
So-
brown
Yeah,
complexion.
that's okay. Hey, black is beautiful, man. Black is beautiful.
straight
It's
up.
powerful, bro.
It
It
is.
is.
No, but we wanted to dive into the story behind your album.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, let's hear about that. Like how is that process behind it all?
The second tape, yeah?
Yeah.
Man. It was, at first, I had no concept behind it. Because it was just a matter of meeting the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
Like my engineer, shout out to my Uso, Shaolin 808.
Shout out.
This guy is crazy. Like I've never been in a studio where anybody could just like hear my voice and just engineer straight away and chop it up to the point where it's like I look back and then we hear it back and we're like,
Wow.
like, bro, a lot of his, like, you know how the hooks, like, you can tell the difference between the BIGGS Tape 1 hooks and the BIGGS Tape 2 hooks because the BIGGS Tape 2 hooks, there's a lot going on. Like, you know, you can't stop a young Uso was born, but then you hear in the back, I was born for, that's Shaolin.
Yeah.
That's what an engineer does. Like, he come in and he'll hear where something's missing. But when I took his ideas on, you know me, I was like,
Yeah.
telling me how to do, you know what I mean? But then I was like, I had to really get out and really try it. And when we did it, I looked at him like, nah, man, this is my brother, bro. This guy took the song from here to like, you know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
So that whole process, meeting him, and I met him at a poetic show. And one thing I want everybody
Shout
to
out
know about
Poetic.
Shaolin is that my boy got heart. This guy's like a 5'4" Asian Chinese
Oh,
man.
wow.
But this guy, look, peep this. I was at the poetic gig with my Usos.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're all there, entourage, got other entourages. This guy came by himself. So this one little Asian guy standing in the middle of the floor, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just, you know, looking around, But he kept catching my eye. Because I'm like, bro, this guy got some serious nuts to come here like that. And like there's all these tatted up Usos around it. Even my boys were like, what the hell this guy doing here by himself, bro? You know, bro. But then chopped it up with him outside, and then, bro, you know, when you meet people and it's like, yeah, we'll work together. We'll work. But you know, it's like, oh, never calls again.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
man.
but this guy, bro,
That niggas.
bro, the one I'll give about my Uso, like he took the number and he just like, bro, that following day harassed me. Like, tell me where you live. Well, bro, bought everything. So we did, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Hustle and Flirt.
Yeah.
So you see that, we did that. The second tape was recorded just like that. Like it was ghetto ass, like it was hot. Like when we recorded BIGGS Tape 2 in the middle of the summer. So, and we couldn't have the aircon on.
Western
Oh,
Sydney
for the
summer.
sound.
You hear the
Yes.
sound.
Summer
we-
in Western Sydney is magic.
Penrith.
That's so lit. That's straight
No
hot
breeze
spot.
comes into Penrith. You know that. We lost like kilos during the album, but it was bad. It was hot every day.
Maybe I need to move to Penrith.
Sell it straight up.
But yeah, man, that process, man, it was hard. Like it was like, bro, because after every session, bro, because I have more tracks in the vault. Like I work to this point where I'm not leaving the studio until we do like 2 to 4 songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until we do 2 to 4, you're not, and I'm not going to leave. You ain't leaving till we do the song. You know, I love my brother. That's why he's like, nah, let's get it, baby.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
And he's from back home. He was born in, he's from West Auckland.
Wow.
And my cousins.
Oh, what?
So yeah, so my team Blackbird, that's like the company. Like that's like the 4 horsemen. But like my visual guy, Zerku Creative, who did the story. Lee is the engineer man, so he controls the music with me.
Yeah.
But then the Rothschild is my cousins, so they do like all that merch and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's pretty cool, man. Like everyone's different. Everyone's got a different hunger. Like I wouldn't have made this tape the way it was if it wasn't for these people.
Yeah.
Like the second tape, like, bro, I was really proud of that because I knew it was at the end of the day I wasn't alone in doing that. Like the BIGGS tape one, I was really alone. Like, damn, where do I go? How do I do this? But BIGGS tape 2, I think I had to trust in God because if I didn't, I wouldn't have let my pride down.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, and even thinking about my upbringing, I was like, nah, that's what put us back was pride. So kill a little bit of that, let people come in. And then, you know, like they say, the right ones will stay, and they stayed. And, you know, I can't thank them enough because without their belief and taking a chance on me, I don't think I would have finished that tape. Because having that extra belief behind you, sometimes you're not feeling it. But then you got these people up, get it in, man.
Come on.
Push it. You know what I mean?
Wow,
like Mickey, like I'm Rocky, like in a way, because I beat myself so much mentally. You know what I mean? Like I think that's a scar from childhood, but then I got my cousins around me and they're like, Mickey, you got it. But you gotta fucking you gotta believe that you got it first before we tell you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my cousin was fully cementing it in my head. Like, you've been in this rap game, people know you, but to have something that stands there, that's all on you, cuz. And I could really like say to myself, no ego, no, you know what I mean? I was like, it's true. Like, me being so stubborn and like having, you know, being a gutter boy, you know, you're not giving anything, so that's why you fight the way you fight.
Oh, okay.
You know, you are the way you are.
Yeah.
Like, not saying, oh, I don't want to trust anybody. No, you know what I mean? I don't have a malice. I don't have a heart full of malice, but it's just like I really had to trust in God, and I did. And that's why the tape from track 1 to track 13, it is the way it is. Because there's more than just one person coming through that. That's my whole team coming, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Even though they don't rap, but their energy's behind the product.
Behind it all, That's
So
beautiful.
It's like man, I don't know what the hell they form at the end of the Power Rangers when they fight the bad guy. Make us all, whatever.
All of them
massive
come
like
together.
But that's like, I'm telling my boys, believe we like that.
Hey, I love that.
You
I
know
used to
what
love
mean?
that.
You can be strong solo, but we can be stronger all together.
Together.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Come on, bro.
Power Rangers.
Go, go.
They always used to do that, when there was like a giant from like an enemy.
Bro.
Every time there was a giant, I was like, I know they're gonna form a
they're gonna-
giant.
Hey, there's power, man.
That
There's
is
power
power.
in having that one heart and like teaming up together with the right people.
Yeah.
Like
and
you were saying, the right people, right time.
hard. And
That's beautiful.
yeah, man. I think other thing to add to that, sorry, man, but like,
Oh, good.
yeah, I think a lot of the stuff I talk about there was like a lot of the stuff that was like in here, you know, eating me up. But it's like, I don't want to be like a rapper telling everybody. I want to see, like, I want to tell you something from my perspective.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna be. I want you to know which side of the line I stand on. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
if I get persecuted for it, I don't care. Like, I grew up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everywhere we went, it wasn't easy. So I think in a way, God was preparing me. Like, that's why I believe in God way more as I get older.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was a bit more angry because I held a lot of, like, why couldn't you, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you, why do I have to go through that? But then it's like, if I don't, how can I know what it is? Or how can I help these people, like, get out of there and shit?
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot
That's
of
powerful.
Usos lose their life, man, like, over shit that ate them up for years. And,
Yeah.
you know, they had no one to talk to.
That's powerful.
No one to turn to. But because I don't know what we're protecting. I don't know if we're protecting an image or a principle or way of method doing things, but I think we're going to lose so much of our people, especially important people, because, if this, you know what I mean, it's not brought to light. Like, as prideful as we are, man, we got to really get off our own bullshit and really look in the mirror and say, nah, man, like, yeah, man. I love our pride, and like I love our people. You know, I love my people more than anything, man. But it's just like we gotta be real enough with ourselves to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not
Bro, it's
Come on, man.
straight
It's
up.
real.
Like, how, you know what I mean? Like,
100.
gotta call a spade a spade.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Cause like, bro, like life is, you look at Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, when I love that Mary Magdalene story.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are so quick to throw stones these days, man. And I feel like we're going back to those days. It's like, bro, before you even know this person, before you didn't even know jack about this person, probably never been in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
But just because of what these things see
Yeah.
in your mind, that's what you think.
Yeah.
That's
And
so
I want
backwards,
to touch on that actually. Like, how was like through the process of bringing this album out? Like, I'm sure there would have been so much noise around that you would have had to deal with to be able to say, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it out.
Yep.
And how was that? How was that dealing with the noise?
Man, I had to block it out, man. Because
Yeah.
I feel like I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be who I am, like on and off. Like thing I always wanted to say, like to myself, is like life is too short. Every time I do tell myself that when I go in the booth, you know what I mean?
Come
Yeah.
on.
Like what you hold in today will never come out tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I think
Sorry, can you
that's
say that again?
every time. Yeah, what you're holding today will never come out tomorrow. So
Yeah.
Oh.
you know, people will say, yeah, you are your own worst enemy, but believe that shit, because you don't know, like,
Wow.
if you change yourself and you make yourself a better person, then everything around you is more beautiful. You know what I mean? Because if you're bad, even my mama said, like, when I was getting into a negative state of mind, it really showed.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't affecting me more, it was affecting them more, because they love me, but like it's like the energy that I gave out, like, man, it really, like, I didn't even know I was taking it out on my family without realizing it.
Yeah.
And that really hurt me, because I look at my daughter, I was just like, man, I feel like I don't want to give you what me and your mother had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I think that, like, the whole upbringing and everything, that's how I block out the noise. I think we just been through too fucking much to care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's your opinion, bro, but
Like you
like,
grow a numbness to it, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like, not to just so I can't deal with it. I go,
Yeah.
what's the point of dealing with it? These people don't even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't walk. It's like me trying to wear Brother Frosty's shoes here,
Yeah.
but we're not the same size feet. Like, you can't come at me like that. I wouldn't come at you like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
It's good, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, man, just you speaking, like the amount of depth that you talk with, and it's refreshing. And obviously, I know that you would have seen a lot of people in comment sections trying to compare your voice to Pac.
Oh man,
like, right? Because I definitely see that a lot. Like,
You
this
mentioned
guy,
that.
you know, this guy sounds like Tupac. He sounds like Tupac.
100.
But there's a difference between just sounding like somebody like that, but then it's like with you, it's refreshing. And I know, because I get annoyed when people do that, like, especially I understand with creatives that sometimes it's not the best to say, oh, you're like this person,
Comparison.
or you're the Salmon Park,
Yeah.
or you're this,
Yo,
or something.
man.
You know what I mean? Like, even though that could be a a compliment,
Yeah.
but I definitely see similarities, not just in obviously how you rap, but your depth, the kind of freedom fighters that you reference in your music,
Oh,
from
man.
Malcolm X to Tamasese,
Oh, man.
sorry,
Yeah, man.
Tamasese, Samoan freedom fighters, but not only that, like, just the depth of it, you know, and exactly what you're saying. Like, we've been through way too much, you know what I mean? And I think, especially with Pac, a lot of political people try to put him down.
Yup.
Because of how he spoke, maybe he swore thug when he got Thug Life tattooed on him. That was the biggest issue. But he was trying to portray something like, this is deeper than just a tattoo. Is I'm putting this on me because this is a real thing. You know what I mean? And that's something that we see through you. You know, and I think maybe like if you could just elaborate on things like that, like maybe influences, not just how did Pac influence you or West Coast hip hop, but just elements of,
What made me,
you know,
calm the way?
just how you tell stories about freedom fighting, about like truths in the individuals.
Oh man,
Does that you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Man, it's a loaded question, but I love that question. Never been asked it, because I always, like, you know, that's why I continuously to talk about stuff like that, because we are in these stages where we need people like that back in, you know what I mean, in the public eye. We need people that are revolutionary to wake up and shake up the status quo, or the agenda, I must say.
Come on.
Because like, people just say, oh, you know, and I understand that. Like, anybody out there, do your thing with the Pac thing. Like, I don't mind that, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for Pac, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. People will always say, oh, you know, I was like, nah, bro. When I say Pac saved my life, the music saved my life, Dad saved my life. Like, I didn't have my dad. And like, even to the point where I had such a deep hatred for my dad. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, you start looking for other things to look up to.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be like everybody around me, like, you know, looking up to the street, because it's like I felt like we did come from that. We seen that. We seen.
Did, yeah.
Me and my sister have been seeing police in and out of our house since we were kids.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I've seen my dad get arrested how many times? You know what I mean? I've seen him put my mama in the hospital how many times?
Wow.
So people say, oh, why do you hold Tupac? It's because that music, and I got hearing problems. People can hear, like, test my decibels. I got hearing problems because I used to go sleep as a kid to block out all the fighting or the fucking mayhem around me. I'm deaf, like, you know what I mean? Because I would rock those albums, put it on repeat till I fell asleep. Wake up, still banging. You know what I mean? And when I think about Pac, it's like Pac is like more deeper than the rapper. People can say, no, Pac helped me change everything. It's like it's like, let's say Uso has problem seeing. This Pac gave me glasses. You know what I mean? It's like you see him through a blurry ass glass, but like somebody's gonna come there and wipe it for me. That's what Pac. Like, he made me see something bigger than what I had. All I had was not, like, people could be like, oh yeah, nothing, poor. Bro, you do a brown, whatever these CSI people do, my last name, my first name, bro, search that up. We've been through the system, me and my sister, and we've seen through so much living in these women refuges. People be like, we live in a women refuge? That was normal for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we seen a lot of bad shit. And then I'm looking around and I'm like, as a kid, I think I was hip to what was going on around me because of what, you know what I mean? I had to be aware because shit was happening to me then. But then that kind of made me like, nah, there's more to this. There's something big out there. Like, and then I knew there was always something more to me, like more in life for me. But then I was like, who am I going to look up to guide me there?
Yeah.
That's why I believe God gave me like the freedom fighters. Malcolm X, like, people can take it or leave it. He might be very like upfront, might shake your shoes with what he says, of course, you know what I mean? But it's reading between the lines and, like, you know, don't take that person's anger and use it, like, make it like that's their message. No, they are angry in a way, like they're fighting for something bigger than themselves. Yeah. So I was thinking, fuck, I think that's kind of like me. Like, I want to be part of something that's bigger than myself, because I've always seen shit around me that I didn't want for me. Yeah. Even to my sister, like, she goes, it's hard to chase this dream, but I go, the reason why I do it, because we deserve more. I believe it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then at the same time, as well as change my life, I want to change the world. People can say, oh, that's crazy talk. I go, bro, say what you want. Yeah. You can call me crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're not going to put me in position to do that. You're not going to help me put me in position to speak my message. Sorry, Malcolm X, and Kama Sisse, why I want people to remember the Mawapule is because we wouldn't have had, you know, all this independence that we burst about.
Yeah.
Bro, that should have happened when Kama Sisse was alive, but it took 30 plus years for us to get independence. After he was going to finally, you know, get it to, you know what I mean, to where it should have been. But the reason why I love Kama Sisse was because everyone around him wanted to rally, like, oh, let's go fight fire over fire. You know what I mean? Yeah. But while he was getting shot, people don't record, while he was getting shot on Black Saturday, he's telling Samoa, feed him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's real. That's a man of God. Yeah. That's a man whose God was with him. Like, even though they were killing him, but he still had love in his heart to tell his people to not react, because, you know, this is only going to set us backwards. But look at what happened after Kupua. 30 years later, you know, it might have took a long time, but we finally had something to call, like, hold our head up high. Yeah. Kama Sisse is important. I want people to remember him because, man, Kama Sisse is such a real dude, bro. Like, you know, other people around in the Mawapule, they got their heart like, bro, eye for an eye, retaliation, you know what I mean? But Kupua's like that dude, like, nah. They shot him. Yeah. Still telling, you know what I mean? That's...
Yeah. For those maybe that are listening that maybe might not know about Kama Sisse and what had happened. So obviously, like, he was part of the Mau movement, and when they were leading a peaceful protest, and when he was shot, he said the words, it's in Samoan, I don't want to butcher
Say
it. I've got to read it. It's on his tombstone. So he says, "Sa mo file mupea, masio tsotso nei tau valea." And then, "Aia aonga lo uola mole nei mea." Obviously, and so it means my blood has been spilt for Samoa. I am proud to give it. Do not dream of avenging it, as it was spilt in peace. If I die, peace must be maintained at any price. So Kamasese changed the game when it came to freedom of Samoa. It's that Great Britain through New Zealand saw that they had done something bad. And through his humble approach and through him telling the people of Samoa, file mu, you know, don't avenge my death. I'm proud to give it. 30 years after, then we got independence. But I think it would have been much more longer if it was retaliating and fighting. But I think going back to what you were saying with Malcolm X and Tamasese, in BIGGS tape, you refer to that in Devils Don't Quit. Malcolm X and if Malcolm X's story is more like he's fighting for freedom for his people, and it was more by any means necessary. Peace, and if we need to retaliate, we're going to retaliate. You know, and then you say got a heart. Malcolm X,
got a heart like on my sister every minute and hour.
Exactly. So I love how you say Malcolm X gave me knowledge and power, right? And then I got a heart like I'm a sister
every minute and hour.
Gee, are you preaching in your songs, man? Jeez.
No, man.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Bro. I think that's the perfect contrast in my role models. A lot of people can't say my role models are, negative or violent, if you must say. But I feel like that's where characters like Kupua come in. Come and give me that whole heart. Have a conscience. You know what I mean? Some powers, you know what I mean? Not everybody's a cowboy. but
I just love that reference because you referred such a peaceful freedom fighter like Kamasese, and you said that that's your heart. And then you said, but I'm also been educated by someone like Malcolm X.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Which has that approach that by any means necessary, freedom by any means necessary. And I know a lot of whether it's conservatives or a lot of whatever side they stand on didn't agree with him at the time because they just saw he's violent. He's violent because it was him or Dr. King, which is like peaceful protesters as well. So I love that, and it definitely comes out in your music.
Yeah, man.
You know how you speak about being from the streets, but you're also that unifies.
Man,
you know.
No, that's the thing. Like I want people to clarify out there when I say gutter boy, I'm not referring in any way out there, not no gangster. You know what I mean? Just a real ass Uso. Like if you step on me, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I know that my energy in this game is a positive one. I can say that without no fear. You know, people can say, oh, no, your words or your lyrics are harsh, but I go, but that's easy to say when you haven't been in these shoes. You know what I mean? And that's like when I can't tell you guys, like if you must say, wow, like, you know what I mean? I can't tell you how to do that. But, I don't know where, like, now, like, getting to the point where people are quick to first turns. That's where I kind of, like, I want my music to be like, nah, I'm going to remind you, that shit is bullshit. You need to get off that shit. You know what I mean? You need to wake up and smell the dust because there's real stuff out here. And I want people to, like, remember people, like, I look up to, not even just Malcolm X and Kamasese, like, when I say Pimp C as well, people can just say Pimp C and just look at him like, oh, selling women, tricking, like, you know what I mean? But pimp. But I see what he was speaking about bigger. Because what he was doing is the same thing. He was like saying, like, he believed music was the most, like, it's a powerful thing. And what he wanted was more social commentary in these records, so these kids can understand what would happen if they do certain things. Like if you see them glorifying like one part of the or one, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, but and I kind of love Pimp C as well because he kind of kind of reminded everybody, the devil is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The devil is here.
It is. Yeah.
People just like, people get angry at God, like when shit goes bad.
Yeah.
But I always tell them, what's wrong with what you just said there? If you quick to do that, bro, if you believe in God, then you must believe in the devil. The devil's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here to put you off your path. He's here to like come and like put you off your game.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna be? You're gonna be standing strong, or you're gonna crumble to the pressure? And I don't want to be that Uso.
Yeah.
Even if I go out, like, bro, and I was like, people look at me like, oh, you were bullied in school?
Yeah.
You were picked on?
Yeah.
I'm good. You don't understand. Like, as a kid, like when we moved to Sydney, I was a bad kid before we came here.
Yeah.
I broke my mother's heart so many times. Like, when I look at it now, I'm like, fuck, 11-year-old little shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who am I? And mom's going to hospital at the same time, but I
Yeah.
knew that at the same time I was acting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no way I could.
It was deeper than that.
Yeah, man. And just like all of that shit, like that, like it doesn't matter. Like even being an outcast and black sheep my whole life, that's what's make me more comfortable to speak the way I speak.
Yeah.
Because like I can speak the way I speak or talk the way I talk in the record because that is me. If you can ask my realest friends,
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know how I am, how I conduct myself. Like, you know what I mean? It's called being not a stand-up guy to the world, but to yourself.
Yeah.
Are you a stand? Can you look in the mirror and say to yourself, "I'm a stand-up man"?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love that.
Yeah. So Pimp C, all that, but like so many artists out there have really, or people you must say, have inspired my outlook on life. But I just gotta say, without these people, I wouldn't have these heart of benevolence I have now, or goals of benevolence. Because, yeah, man. I think when you go, like, people just gotta be out there, man. When you go up in a self-destruct, all you see is destruction around you. Trust me, man, you're gonna come out wanting to do something good.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, bro, I don't know, man. That's like kind of it's a sad mentality to have because, like, even kids that I knew growing up in the refuge, God knows where they are now.
Yeah.
But what they had was, thing about me and my sister, we were blessed to have a loving mom. She was strong for us.
Yeah.
But not other kids have that,
Yeah. True.
especially in the women refuge, man. I seen a lot of, you know what I mean? Like a lot of shit that a little kid shouldn't see.
Yeah.
But that's the reality of what we live in. That's why when I say, or people go, what's gutter, boy? Gutter is everything that you don't want to see. Gutter is everything that you don't want to acknowledge. Gutter is the shit that you
People
guys
ignore.
spit on.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, when I say gutter boy, when I do come up in the game and take mine,
Yeah.
I'm representing not just for me, but I'm representing for them too.
Yeah.
Represent for my dead brother, God rest his soul, Alan, who was the tape named after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was my heart. When I say, like, you know, people say, oh, heartless and all that, and I go, I think that was the last piece of it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, all about love and unity and all that. But I just thinking personally, like,
Yeah.
I think that was the last part because there was so much things I couldn't reverse that I wanted to. But that's something we'll talk about when I see him, you know, when I go. But yeah, man, I thank you for that question, Uso, because all of that shit derives from something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wanting more. Hoping for more.
I love that, man. Thank you so much for sharing that, bro.
Thanks for
Honestly.
that, bro.
Straight up. Bro.
I just wanna touch base on back to the Gamasese story.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar with it, eh? Like I haven't really heard it before. But just listening to that and knowing like what he did for his country
Yeah.
and what he did for his people as well, like I love the fact that you wanted to make him a role model like for yourself.
Yeah.
And put him up there and actually mention him in your songs. And the fact that you did that, man, like how would you the fact that you want him to be like you, I mean you want to be like him, what kind of legacy do you want to leave here when you leave like the way that he does?
I think I would want to leave something like that. Be a man of peace, honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Legacy wise, just to keep it real simple, I just want to be someone who really gave a shit.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That's it.
I just wanted to go out like knowing that people can look at me and say, "Nah, this guy gave a shit.
I love that.
This guy really gave a shit." So
Yeah.
y'all didn't, like, you know what I mean? And my third tape, just to warm it up, I call it "You Only Hear Me When I'm Dead." So
I knew that. That's why I asked that question.
but also because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
you come in the past and people's like, fuck, what they were saying it was so powerful, man, so convicting.
Yeah.
But then you didn't hear him until he was gone. And I feel like the world likes to repeat that cycle. So,
but to be honest, that's such a relatable
That is
thing,
such
man.
a relevant.
Like I will be honest, I never heard of Pop Smoke, and rest in peace, Pop Smoke, and the work that he did. I never heard of Pop Smoke until the day he passed away.
Exactly.
Then suddenly, like story after story on Instagram was Pop Smoke.
Same thing. If I must say, when Nip passed, like my brother, Alan, he put me on Nip.
Yeah.
But like I could just tell, like it's that thing there again. It's like, damn, you guys only saw what he was doing until he got popped, but you couldn't appreciate what he was doing when he was here. But I think what I'm saying is like, you won't hear me till I'm dead. It's just like, bro, the whole freaking motto of what I stand for. Like, no one gets hurt until they die. Yeah. Like Biggie, the second album, Life After Death. Yeah. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Like, I used to hate that song as a kid, but when I grew up, it's like,
I gotta listen back to it,
Yeah.
I hated it.
Yeah, man, it was such an
it was
eerie
dark,
album.
bro,
But just the cover ground with that. Yeah, bro, but fuck, that's my Uso.
That's awesome.
Man,
I think you mentioned you also, and you dedicated that album to him.
Yeah.
Also, you were speaking on the terms of a gutter boy, and there's a line in Gutter Boy, in BIGGS tape, and it says, "My family." My family depend on me to make this a reality.
Yeah, they do.
And you definitely hear that in your albums, in your music, is that you're not just rapping or trying to put music out there just for you. It's not like I'm trying to get mine, make mine. It's more like I'm trying to make mine so we can have. If that makes sense.
100%.
But not only that, it's also a very similar voice that a lot of kids, a lot of grown-ups from Western Sydney, West Auckland, South Auckland, the hood, around the world, that's a very similar story that a lot of people have. And just like Park had a voice for you, you know what I mean, and put your hearts into words, so do you. You do that for a lot of people, and especially losing somebody like your brother and being a big influence, is, can we go there? Can we speak about that? How much of an influence your brother was to you, and how he influenced and encouraged your life.
Shit, man. Yeah, man, that's a deep ass question. If I was about to, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I didn't know how much he meant to me till he was gone. I think that I hate myself for that sometimes. Shit, sorry. Because it was like, honestly, bro, like, that guy was my faku.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, man, we got. Sorry.
What's up, man?
No, man, because
it's all good, bro. Take your time.
we got shit on, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always got shit on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry now, like, I need to quiet because, like, every time I think about him, bro, you know what I mean? It's just, it really hits me, bro. Like, y'all can talk about Ellen and I'll just start.
Yeah.
Like, I was my fuck man. Like, growing up, like, he was the gutter boy. Like, the gutter boy. We both didn't get, like, I love my grandpa, but I do know my grandpa scarred my uncle because the physical, it wasn't, like, he didn't suffer like me, such sexual abuse. Like, he had physical abuse, you know what I mean? Like, my grandpa went to town on this dude every time. And he would run to our house at like 5:30 in the morning before my mama go work, just crying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we just always been close, like, we fought hard growing up, you know what I mean? Like any other brothers do. Like, but when I say he's the gutter boy, like, man, vivid memories of me growing up and just tagging everywhere, following him everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, he taught me how to ride a bike. No one in my family cared, like, to teach me shit, but, this guy was only 2 years older.
Yeah.
Come on, like, don't be scared. Every time I fell, you raise your leg and stuff. Cause that's all right, it's all right, baby bird. Let's go, get that bike, get again. Then when things got hard for our family, like really hard, man. We've been through some really harsh times.
Yeah.
Scout. You could still make out for us.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
It's all right, man.
Nah, man. When I talk about Allen, bro, that's my heart, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other Usos out there, but you say you got someone that's your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like my other half.
definitely.
Like yin and yang. Like he might have came out with all the problems, like, mental illness, all that. And I was like, the family would say, the perfect one. But nah, bro, we were like two pieces apart.
Yeah.
The same fucking same dreams. I wouldn't have these dreams if it wasn't for Ellen.
Yeah.
As a kid, we used to, man, I was so poor, man.
It's all right. Take your time.
Yeah, man. That's why I say, like,
Yeah.
we come from this shit. That's why I kind of like really adamant and double down on people that trying to like take glory for shit that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never seen. And that's the testament to my brother, because my brother's the definition of a gutter boy, man.
Yeah.
Every time the world shitted on us, we came, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We stood strong. We had our head up high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Ellen, I wouldn't have heard a lot of the hip hop I did growing up if it wasn't for Ellen stealing CDs from the library.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man. No, now we can. Yeah, we passed the car now. I'm good now. Because let me tell you how cool this Uso was. Yeah, I would never have heard of like Soulja Slim, one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah.
But he's just getting his props now. Everyone's just talking about
Yeah,
Soulja Slim.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, bro. We heard about this dude ages ago. Ellen stole No Limit albums.
Yeah.
No Limit albums, Bad Boy albums, compilations, like, and he'll come here and I was like, what? Bro, and they used to put these in plastic, like, unbreakable,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It was the library, right?
Yeah. So you see, I just come here one day and I just see him stomping the shit. What the hell you doing? Because just wait. Bro, even DVDs, man, like he'll go in Target, bro.
Yeah.
And just freaking shove all this shit in his trackies and come out. Bro, this guy supplied like so many boys in our area, like this neighborhood that we grew up in, Laylaw in Melbourne. Yeah, but every time, like everybody knew when me and Ellen was going there, they were gonna get something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Everyone's like, no, yeah. They like to eat the things you steal, but they don't want to help you. And I think I love that about my brother. Like, he'll go extra hard to steal more because he knew people was gonna steal our shit. Yeah, so he was, bro, and I don't know why he would like. I'm like looking at him, stop big eat our shit. It's like, nah, bro, if I eat, we all eat. I was like, oh. And I think, his heart is like, we have a similar heart too, like to be there for people and shit. Like, even though we get shit on at the end, but it's just the heart that you have. Yeah. But I think it just went everywhere with Ellen, but it just lets you know, man, Ellen has been such a profound impact on my life. Like, I know when I have my first son, I already know what his name is going to be.
Yeah.
Ellen, you know what I mean? Just to keep him alive. I love that. Because I can't. Like, I look at this picture and I know he's here with me. Yeah. But I know, like, it just hurts because, like, I know when we out there reaping the rewards of our hard work, fruits of our labor. Yeah. If there was anybody I would share it with, it would be my brother. Yeah. Because he was the one that, stopped me crying. Like, he used to dry a lot of my tears as a kid. Yeah. I was such an angry boy. Like, he'll come home, catch me punching brick walls because mom's in the hospital. Yeah. My dad doesn't give a fuck. He just got arrested. Yeah. And we're just sandwiched, man. Like, I don't know how me and my sister came out solid, but we did. Wow. And I think, I think family really played a big part in that. So, and Ellen, man, just one of a kind. Like, you never meet, like, this guy, he like Linkin Park. Like all sorts of music, like the music where people be like, but this guy put me on Linkin Park, freaking like all that Papa Roach, like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like I'm still jammed in every day just because of Ellen. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even like love songs, bro. He was like that dude, bro. But he would do like, you know what I mean? He wasn't afraid to do those things that people out here, you know what I mean? Yeah. But Ellen, like, man, just one of a kind, bro. You'll never meet another dude like him. And I just, bro, all that energy I put into that second tape, that's his rage. That's his rage. That's his, fire. That's his. So it's like I kind of channeled my brother in a way.
Yeah. You can definitely tell, like, that there's certain artists that put out things with so much soul and so much heart because not only maybe they've been through stuff, but like back, people are backing them, praying for them, stories of like your brother and and just making it happen and carrying your brother's memory. Yeah. You can definitely hear it in your lyrics, even if you're just spitting something that has nothing to do maybe with your brother or maybe with your situation of your upbringing, but you can just hear the passion in your voice. Yeah, exactly. You feel it. I think that's just I think even I was listening to one. Sorry, also I totally spaced on it, but you referred even to Keith Urban in one of your songs. Like a country singer,
pulling the gat out. Like,
that's right.
When I'm on the verb,
I was like,
I'm
come on.
Keith Urban. Girls want what I'm serving.
Come
What was
on,
that one? What song was that?
That's 685. I think.
685.
the
All
first
right.
one. The first one.
I mean, even that, like,
See, this man knows, bro. He knows Keith Urban, man.
hey, mate.
Hey, Keith, you're
shout out
Kiwi,
to
yeah? Yeah, you're Kiwi, remember that?
But I think even just references like that, like with like Usos today that are in the hip hop game, that's something that we don't really hear. Is that references to other genres, references to people, political history, and I think just your range is crazy, man.
Yeah, sure.
And even you talking about your brother Alan going and getting these DVDs and CDs and him listening to other music, it's a testament to actually like what
we do,
what you do. And I mean, like your ability, you can spit like a gangster. You spit like a freedom fighter, like a revolutionary. You also spit like a Casanova. I was listening to Zodiac.
That's the malo. And that song got me in trouble.
Sorry, auntie.
Auntie, okay.
Mate, I mean, it's one thing to to rap from like from the streets and that. But I mean, I was listening to Zodiac, even the chorus, the melody of the Kamalo was singing in it. You're talking about your hooks in BIGGS Tape 2. Mate, I could tell what you meant by like, you got more hooks in BIGGS Tape 2.
100.
And in BIGGS Tape, in your first one, I like the hook in that's why it stood out to me. I was just like, whoa, this guy's he's got a hook in this. But then the lyrics in Zodiac was quite like in my notes are ladies man, it's got a sexy feel, you know what I mean? It switches things up, but it fits.
Yeah.
So I mean, even like if you could share about that, like just
What, the track itself or the or the whole Steve?
Anything you want, man.
It's your oyster, man.
if you want to talk about that, but like I think just your range, like just different, whatever you want to speak on.
Okay.
Just speak on. But I'm just saying, like your ability to have different tracks,
Man.
and do it well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I think that's a big thing. Even in your for the SYD, the switch up of your accent.
Yeah,
that was the big thing.
The man's on it.
So like obviously, I thought it was quite impressive with the British accent and Gutter Boy in the beginning. That was quite impressive. But even your ability to switch up your accent, your rapping accent, in for the SYD, because it was now that I did it, critics can't say
shit.
He said it.
I said it. Right. I claimed that.
You know what I mean?
No, but I feel that because just like we say, like, oh, this guy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday, but I will wear that shirt and I'm gonna kick your ass with it. You know what I mean? Like, nah, man. Like, I was just like saying, Barry, like, since when did you guys were on that? Like, I thought it was just like an MC doing the best he can. And then, like, the way I do it, I feel like even if you guys want to attack me with the accent shit, but no one can rap like me.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to tell. Like, like, I don't care, like, how many people first turns, because I know at the end of the day, the worth and the value in my skill. It's like, I believe in God, like, just like other MCs, I believe like they're untouchable. I believe like I'm just as good, you know what I mean? Like, if anything, like, bro, imagine if rap battling was still around. Like how they did it back in the 90s, like DMX going to everybody's video shit. Come here, let me battle you. You know what I mean? It's not like that anymore, but like, I think, but even just to get back to the range, like, that's I think that's what comes with like putting yourself in certain situations.
Yeah.
Because me, I couldn't, like for me, if I try to like lie on a song or try to like write something I've never done, that page is gonna be blank. I can't do it. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I was saying. Like if I can draw anything or inspiration from anything, it would just have to be life experiences.
Yeah.
Like considering range, like while we keep it, talk about gutter, I can talk about gutter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can talk about women.
Yeah.
Women will tell you I could talk about women. No, but like, you know what I mean? People are just like, this guy, like, oh, buddy, but like, brother, like, you know what I mean? It's not that. Like, see, the one thing I want people out there that say that shit, like, bro, if you need money to get the girl, you never had game in the first place.
Oh!
No, facts.
I'm just gonna get him now.
Hey,
No, I'm not being a dick, but it's just like, almost like, let's think about it. Like,
yeah, bro.
I've been so scrutinized for like all the female energy I give out. I was like, brother, that's the thing about you guys will never understand. It's like, I was raised by women. I know how to be around women. I know how to talk to women. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing people gotta understand. Like, when you're around women, be you. You know what I mean? Don't try and be like, yeah, man, you know. Bro, life's too short for that shit, bro. Be you. That's the hook. That's the hook and the bait and all in one.
I love it.
Yeah, man. And like, why I say that is like, bro, this dude, like, come on, bro, you ain't driving no Benz, you didn't have a house. It's like, do I need that to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Do I need that to have a female?
Yeah, to have a female, yeah.
We are born with nothing on this planet, but we're still gonna eventually run into each other, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man, but you take it how you want it, but yeah, bro.
Nah, that's
Like
real,
even
bro.
with that, like women, like I'm not scared to talk about that because I love life.
Yeah.
You know, like living this shit and then going to the booth and then recording about it, bro. Like I've made, like say if I get dementia or Alzheimer's, at least my kids know my life story is there. You know, you want your father's history, my wife can tell them, yeah, that's your dad.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a, before you met your mother. You know what I mean?
It's like a piece of art to tell the people, like, like even after you're gone, like it's a piece of art that can say you were here.
Yeah.
I think that's with the music, but even with the after other ranges and stuff, and talk about like other out there references. It's just because I'm not just a rapper as well. Like I'm an actor as well too. So I kind of draw like experiences from both sides. You know what I mean? So and I was blessed to go through the acting because, bro, like man, went through so much shit at the drama school that I went to in Verve. Like the people that I met, like man,
Wow.
I was such a like innocent kid compared to like all these people, bro. Like they were like people were living in share houses, living their best life, partying. Like, bro, actors know how to party. I'll tell you one thing, but yeah, man, just being around that, like different experiences, man. I just draw from that because I can't draw from anything else, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the music came out the way it did. Like even when you talk about my Uso, it's true I didn't have many friends growing up.
Yeah.
I kept moving everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's when like the friends that I do mention in there, those were like the first real friends. You know what I mean? Aliki and FaZe, those were like my first real good mates. Like I could just say, yeah, we're brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can come into my house and it's your house. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Never had friends like that growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Cause bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like people be like, how come you never had? I was like, yeah, we had friends, but like, when you got up with, like, bro, these motherfuckers are just gonna look it down at you.
Yeah.
They just born to look down on poor people. I just never understood that shit. And like, we walked everywhere.
Yeah.
When we lived in Ipswich, bro.
That's it's
We
almost
was living
like
in Ipswich
road.
without a car, bro. Oh my god.
Without a car in Ipswich.
So I feel sorry
Shout
for
out
you,
to the
bro.
Switch, man.
Yeah, bro. Like, man,
The 43.
we'll walk from school like 3 and get home. It was like 4:30. Like, bro. Yeah, man. It's like we lived and we didn't have a car and we were so poor. Mom couldn't buy us like everyday tickets.
Yeah.
So we knew the days like, all right, it was only 2 days we got on the train. You know what I mean? But mom said you're walking the rest or even carrying on shopping. Like, bro.
Well, that was the closest school, an hour and a half away. Jeez.
And that was the school that they put us in because mom was under the Women Refuge program.
Yeah.
So we were obligated to not leave that school until, you know, we moved because that's the school they put us in.
Right.
But I'll tell you this one thing about East Ipswich. I would have never been a performer if it wasn't for that school. Wow. Like that school, you know how the people you hear say, oh, that's where I got the bug. That's where I caught it at that Ipswich.
Yeah.
So the women refuge was shocking for us, man. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. We didn't expect our parents to split up, but it was a fucked up day.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the cops are driving us to this refuge.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, when they put us in that school, man, I started like, yeah, man, teachers were like, I noticed music was becoming my escape.
Yeah.
So, as a kid, you got the cassette.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get your pad and then you write, what do you say? Rewind it. Totally. I always wanted to bury John Mayer or something. Oh, how do you suck? Oh, yeah, bro. Used to do all that shit, man. And yeah, bro, just fuck. It's just funny, bro. Like, we made the best of out of every situation. But yeah, East Ipswich will always hold a special place in my heart because that's where I got the bug.
Yeah.
Without Ipswich coming into my life, we wouldn't even be doing this. You know what I mean? Honestly, the bug really came from Ipswich. And it was like hard at that time too, man.
Yeah.
I see how it's all polyed up now. Like, I love that. Like how people running the switch, but you didn't want to go to the private school me and my sister went to, bro. It was hard, bro.
Oh, so
Yeah, man. Like the school further, my year further, I'm just that brown dot in the middle. Yeah, man. Now, honest, bro. Like, that's how, like, outnumbered, like, people say, like, I see it now and I love the diversity it has now. I love it. But East Ipswich State Primary, bro, 2003. Oof.
So that was back when Ipswich was predominantly what?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was really hard, man. Like, fuck. And I only had one Fijian friend. And this was my only friend in the neighborhood, bro. 1,500 people.
Shout out to those friends, man.
Hey, Bulavinaka,
Bulavinaka to East.
Bulavinaka.
Oh, bro. I still remember his name because bro, we had nothing. I'll go to his house, bro. They'll feed me, G.
Yes.
Yeah,
That friend, bro.
Iso Koroa, if you're watching this, bro, I still remember you, cuz.
Shout out Uso.
Sorry, bro. But yeah, man, just a lot, bro.
All right, just speaking on that, about the bug and all that stuff. When you, I just wanted to ask, how old were you when you started that performing stuff, and then what was the stages of you of just like, just performing and leading up to just the music industry and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh man, it's a lot of bumps because we don't like moved everywhere. So yeah, man. But I was 9.
Yeah.
I was 9. I did those things like school spectacular stuff, but we did it for like our own city. So it wasn't like the national school spectacular, but it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
School spec.
So and it's kind of ironic because my role was a rapper. Yeah, because I didn't know how to rap or jack shit, so my teacher had to teach me how to rap that whole scene. But like even acting in the scene, I was like one of the kids in the main guy's gang.
So let's show you a photo.
Oh, bro, I think my grandmother has it.
Surely you remember. Surely you remember the lyrics or the rap.
Bro, it was the lamest rap ever made, bro.
Hey, it start somewhere.
But it was like some, hey, Gally Gay, would you come this way? Like shit like that.
So
like, bro, oh man.
That's all right. That's the old school.
Yeah, bro.
80s, you know?
Run DMC on it.
Man.
But yeah, that was the role. It didn't, but they used to make me do like, we used to have these class performances. Yeah. But my teacher, she just loved me. I don't know what it was. It was just this white lady, Miss Connor, but I love this lady because she made me smart. I didn't know how to do my additions, my multiples. I didn't know how to do anything until she came into my life. But she was the one that pushed me to be like, go do it. Because no one would volunteer, and I hate it. Like I was just like, no, I'll do it. Yeah. But then like I realized like when I started performing, that's when I was free from everything at home. Yeah. So see what I mean? Like that's why I like being performing or being doing stuff because it took me away from what
that
was
escape.
at home. Exactly. So leading on to that, we moved to Melbourne. That's when the acting shit really got serious. I started doing a lot of the school plays. That's mad. We got accepted to this thing in Melbourne. I think they still do it. It's called Tournament of the Minds. Yeah. So this is like a special competition.
I remember that. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Real. Hey, if you know, you know.
Tournament of the Minds, bro. Solid. Remember those days, man.
Tournament of the Minds. Did that for a couple years.
What's this? What? Can you elaborate on that?
Wasn't it like
It's like
a trivia kind of thing? No.
It's like Tournament of the Minds was like in Melbourne. What they did is like it's a group of people. Like group of kids, but we have to write our own play.
Yes.
Yeah, like you perform your own play, write your own play, and then like they have this other thing where it's like I don't know what the hell, but they put you in this room as a team.
Yeah.
And then you guys have to sort out these puzzles you've never seen before
Yeah,
in
yeah,
allocated time. It was like the weirdest thing, but bro, every time we went there, like our play was like one of the favorites because we had to do it at all these high schools. But that's when the Fia Mangaya shit came in because I was transitioning into high school when that happened. And then you know when you go into all these high schools, so late, you're like year 7, and then you're like acting, and it's like. You know, but then I see all these kids, the bigger kids from the neighborhood, like the older Samoan kids. I'm like, bro, I still remember, man. I fucking flopped this one performance at this high school, and it's because of the older boys from the neighborhood. They were just looking at me, like, cross their arms, like, you know, bro. Like, fuck, piss off, they're gonna kill me. Bro, I was like, bro, they're gonna kill me after school, bro. They're gonna meet me, like me and my uncle Ellen. We always meet them at the Lalo Library, bro. They were gonna, bro. They killed me. They crucified, bro. They ripped the shit out of me when I got there, bro. But that shit, yeah, bro. Like that was really responsible for that kind of thing. But like when I started like getting into high school, that's when I started drifting away from it. Because then puberty came in. Freaking tough, man. A lot of senseless shit. But I just knew that in high school, that's when shit got worse for mom and dad. You know what I mean? So act out more. But yeah, man.
I think
it's a long story, bro. If I can stay long story short, bro, it's just like fuck. I've always been performing, like, but this is my freedom here on earth. That's
I love that. Yeah,
straight
freedom
up
here on earth. I love that.
Straight up.
Yeah, I love that.
If I didn't have it, bro, would have been rest in peace ages ago. I can honestly say that, bro.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Because I feel like I'm as sensitive as Uso too. Like, even if I get my heart broke, I'm going to feel just like you, but 100 times. I think that's what makes me, like, go harder too. Like, I just feel everything more.
Yeah.
And people be like, bro, you're tripping over that. Like, nah, man, that's, you know, it's just, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm too sensitive, but I do know that if I wasn't this sensitive, things I wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. So I think my sensitivity has made me react a certain way.